Okay, all right.
Hey,
welcome. Another edition of the Research Rally. This is Information Jason, a faculty librarian at the Sanford Lake Mary campus of Seminole State College of Florida Libraries. Joining me tonight, go ahead and introduce yourself. We have Library Ross and we have Shirley. Hi, everyone.
Yes. Hi,
everyone.
Okay, so we're going to be answering your questions. We're going to have some fun. We have a lot of RSVPs for tonight. Of course, it's finals week here at Seminole State, and so we want to make sure that we get your FYE credit, and we want to make sure that we help you get the information you need to succeed. We also have one other person coming in here, and this is Shaku. Hi, Shaku.
Hey, Shaku.
All right. So Shaku's a librarian, Ross is a librarian, Jason's a librarian, Shirley's working at our library, helping you get the books and all the information you need. We're also on our chat service right now, and we're going to give you a number to text in just a little bit. So Shaku and Shirley, be sure to stick around. We're going to show you how to get to the library databases. So go ahead and start writing this down. The first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that you know how to get to the library databases, not only for this course, but as you're signing up for classes in the fall and then in the spring, we want to make sure that you know how to get there. Then we want to make sure that you're able to sign in to access those databases. Thousands of e-resources, e-books, academic journal articles, videos, audio, and so on, images. And then we want to see if we can get your specific topics. So are you here just to get your first year experience credit for your IDS course? If so, totally cool. We're here to help. Do you have specific research needs? Can we help you with that? So I think those are kind of the instructions, the preamble. Let's take a look in the chat. I see some people. All right, everybody's in the chat.
Hellos.
Yeah, give us a hello, a hi, how you doing? Let's see if I can go through this. Hi, Samantha, Abby, Peyton, Bree, Bianca, Jonathan, Madison, Raquel, Mariana, Jasmine, Sure.
So many of you.
I'm out of breath,
Awesome.
Ross. I'm out of breath. Jordan, Nicole, Scarlett,
Mary.
Kendra, Lufio, Tegan, we see you. Lovely. Let's see. Hello. Lovely Mary. Is there a Zoom? This is the Zoom. We are in the Zoom.
You're there.
This is it. We are Zooming. This is it. Leonardo, Viviani. We have some amazing names in the house tonight. Ethan, Abigail. Okay, cool. Jayana, Chrissy. Okay, great. Keep coming. Keep dropping your info in the chat. We want to make this as participatory as we possibly can behind our computer screens. So we'll be asking you to chat in. We'll be asking you to tell us your information in regards to, do you have a resource need? Do you have a specific topic that you're looking for? And then we'll really start drilling down. And at the end of today's session, we will get you we'll give you a QR code. You can scan that QR code and get your first year experience credit. So everybody's dropping their name in the chat. They're saying hello and whatnot. Now what we want you to do is tell us who your IDS professor is. Who's your professor? Do you remember? It's coming up on finals week. Do you even know? Let's take a guess here. Pop quiz. For 1,000,000 points, who is your professor? Let's take a look here. Okay, we're starting to get some responses here. Good. Dahlia Fox, excellent. Good friends here. Okay, Jenny Middleton, fantastic. Good. Professor Lemur, Amanda, super. Got a squad going here. Randy Pulowski. Okay, great. Oh, Professor Nelson. Okay. Great. Okay, great. Keep those coming. Keep them coming. Looks like we have 40 people watching, so thank you all very much. Oh, Professor Cuomo. Hi, Ethan. How's it going? Leonardo. Okay. Professor Zellick, Kirkland. Fantastic. All right, great. So we do want to make sure that we're getting you the information you need to succeed. Again, Jason, a librarian, Ross, a librarian, and Ross, I think I'm winded at this point, so I will pass the mic over to you and take us away. Where did he go? I said I'm going to pass the mic and he left. What did he do? Hold on, let's see if that works again. Shirley, I'm going to pass the mic to you. Are you going to vanish too?
No.
Oh, no, don't vanish. Oh, no, Shirley vanished. Shaku, oh, no, everybody vanished. Oh, no, what happened? All right, so we'll wait a moment. We'll wait for Ross to get back here. And we do want to make sure, Shirley, I'm going to drop you out just for a moment, that you get this number ready. You see this number on the screen there, 407-915-3674. That's our library text number. You text us just like you're texting one of your buds, and we're going to get you the information you need to succeed. So we'll do that in just a couple minutes. We're going to wait for Ross to come back, and we want to direct you to the library resources. So while he's coming back, I'm going to go ahead and get you going on that. I'm going to drop a link in the chat, and please meet me here. Stand by. Great. Okay, Madison, I see you. Okay, Official Christian. Okay, Jayana. Everybody go ahead and open a new tab and go ahead and click on that link. That is the library link for Seminole State College of Florida Libraries. Go ahead and click on that link and we're gonna meet you there in just a minute. Fantastic, fantastic. Middleton. Okay, great. Oh, there's a chat coming in. Fantastic. Okay, great. So hang on to that. We're gonna get to you in just a minute. Super duper. Transfer this over. Transfer this, stand by. Okay, great. Thank you, Shaku. Got one coming your way. All right, fantastic. So I'm not really sure where Ross is, but we're gonna be able to help you here in just a minute. So I'm gonna leave that chat and then I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and we're gonna start pointing you in the right direction. Okay, so everyone join me here. We're gonna go to seminolestate.edu/library. Go ahead and drop a thumbs up in the chat or an emoji, something like that to let me know that you're on that page, okay? All right, share the screen. Okay. Can you see the screen? Let me share it again. Boo 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 ba boo boo dee doo doo ba boo boo doo doo doo. Ah, okay. So Shaku, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do that. Okay, great. Can everyone see it? Great. Sophia, great. Jasmine, great. Awesome. So take a look at this page. Let's scroll up and down just a little bit. You can see our friends there in the library having a great time, posted up, lifelong learning starts here. So we're gonna be focusing here, okay? But I do wanna point your attention down a little bit. This is where you can locate the hours, okay? So we are in finals week, so keep an eye on that. The last day of the term, I believe, is gonna be August 2nd, so keep an eye on our hours. Also, we do have a chat service, and that chat service is available here as well, okay? So now I'm gonna, let's see here. Oh, I thought I heard a boop. Oh, I did hear a boop. Oh, is that Ross? Uh-oh, Ross is returning. Hold on, Ross. There you are.
Yay!
Hey, we got you.
It started raining at my
rocking.
house and the internet died, so.
Oh, wow, nature, Mother Nature always wins. Okay, Ross, I was just showing them how to get here. And if you want to take it away, be my guest.
So where are we? All I see is the main screen there. I'm sorry.
Sure. Yeah, so no problem. So we're going to log in. So where I want everyone to go to now is go ahead and log into your library account. So what does that mean? So right over here, click on library account. So again, to repeat, we want to show you, oh, I've already been in there. I can't do it. I've already been in there. Once you sign in, you get single sign-on access. So for instance, if I put in something like this, Apple, you all should see something on the top of your screen up here that says single sign-on. In fact, I can log out and do it all again with you. How about that? That sounds like fun. Okay, so library account. Please join me there. And there is the SSO. This is the page we're looking for, single sign-on, okay? And once again, go ahead and drop a link in the chat if you're, or drop an emoji in the chat. There's the link for you. Let us know that you're here following with us, okay? That's what we're doing tonight. Pointing you in the right direction for library services, getting you access to the library resources you need to succeed, and then we're gonna get your direct topics in just a few minutes. Sounds good? Sounds good. All right.
Hey.
Okay, great. So when I do log into that, let's see. Okay, this is authenticating. You have 24/7 access to all of our resources when you're enrolled in courses. Okay, so you can see this is how the main page of PRIMO works. And PRIMO is our library search engine. Okay, so hopefully you're taking notes. This is PRIMO, our library search engine. So when you're taking classes here for any of your degrees or certificates here at Seminole State, this is what you're going to want to use to locate credible library resources. And with that, how you feel, Ross? You good? Did I not share the screen? Ah, that's what happened, my friends. Roz, you were in a rainstorm, buddy.
Okay. I was like,
you were in a rainstorm.
That's great.
Ross, if it gets too weird in the rainstorm, I'm just gonna I might have to pop you out. Okay.
I'm tethering off of my phone.
All right, Ross, when you get straight, I'm going to remove you and we come back. I'll get you straight. Okay, stand by. Okay, great. So sharing the screen, take a look, share the screen. Here we go. Can everyone gain access here? Okay, once again, you're going to click on the link that I provided. You're going to click on SSO. Okay. Leonardo logged in. Okay. Jarellis, thank you for the props. Thank you for getting us going, right? We appreciate it. This is how things work here. We are professional librarians doing a video show. We are doing our best to help you. So thank you for your patience. We are only human beings. We are only human beings. Okay, Pulowski's class, great, super duper. So once you sign in to that page, okay, this is where you're going to want to start your research. And let me share that screen. All right, Ross, you there? You're a little fuzzy. Okay, Ross, you're fuzzy. So when you're on this page, this is where you're going to want to start your searches, okay? So again, we've instructed you on how to get to the library databases, seminolestate.edu/library. And then when you click on your library account, or if you just type into the search bar, the very next page will show you the SSO, single sign-on. You want to click that and it should give you the credentials that you would use for Canvas. You should be using that information to log in. Now, here's where we want to, does anybody have any questions? Any questions in the chat? Give me a Y if you have questions or an N if you don't have any questions. Okay, Leonardo, I see a Y. You might have a question. Everybody else chiming in with the N. Leonardo, were you unable to get into the library databases? And I'm taking that everyone has an N. You guys are all good. Everyone's good. This is fantastic. That's what we're doing tonight. It's a research rally. Can you locate the library databases? Can you log into the library databases? And can you access needed information from where? On the library databases. Okay? All right, fantastic. So on that note, I'm going to stop sharing the screen and I am going to bring up that number. I'm going to pull myself out of the screen for a minute and then you go ahead and start texting that number and tell us your topics if you have any topics or if you're just here for FYE research credit. Sounds good? Sounds good. Okay, great. Here's the number on the screen. Okay, so there's the number to text in. Trey will get with you. Everyone will get their attendance credit at the end of the hour. This is a 6 to 7 o'clock research rally. And so we'll get you. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Leonardo got into the library. So where do I go in order for this to be validated? Well, you do want to log in using your Seminole State credentials, okay? So hopefully you're able to gain access to that. I'm gonna bring my friends back in the stream here now. Okay, so I do hear some ding-a-lings, right? I hear some bing-bing-bings and some bing-bings and wing-wings and doot-doots and floop-floops. Are those the exact noises that everyone else is hearing, or is that just me? Shiku, give me a thumbs up. Are people coming in? Great. Shirley, they're coming in? Okay, great. Great. So the texts are coming in. And so go ahead and let us know if you have a topic. What is that topic? Or let us know if you have you're just here to get your research, your FYE credit. Let us know. Leah, just let us know. Leah, let us know if you have a research topic or if you just need to get your credit, and we'll go from there. Okay, we hear it. There we go. Uh-oh, we got a special guest in the house, everybody. Stacks, we got Stacks. Nicole, one of our librarians. Nicole, you're on vacation. What are you doing? You're supposed to stay away from the library on vacation. Great. Okay, Leonardo, we'll get you that credit. We will definitely get you. And I'm going to go ahead and pop those mics off so that we don't have to keep hearing the ding and the bing. But if you're sending those texts in, we're getting them. So we do want to make sure, go ahead and put that number into your contacts. Go ahead and put that number into your contacts, 407-915-3674. We'll be able to talk back and forth. If you need research information, you need to find something in the library, go ahead and text us. And librarians and library staff will be able to get back to you. Okay, so far we've gone back over how to access the library databases, seminolestate.edu/library. And then we've also looked at logging into our personal account using the single sign-on. Okay, and many of you are trying to get the FYE credit. Perfect, fantastic, that's what this is for. But we do want to make sure that you're able to get to the library databases and the library resources. And Nicole, never really leave the library. True story, true story. Okay, great. So now we're going to take a look. Did anybody have any specific topics that they want to look at? I have a couple databases that I'd like to show you in case you're going to be taking an ENC course, English, in case you're going to be taking history, AMH, any of those general education courses where you will have to locate a research topic. You'll have a topic, you'll have to locate credible information from library databases. So let me go ahead and share that with you now. So once we get in there, let's take a look here. Let's share our screen. Okay. All right, thanks for your patience, everyone. So we're gonna go ahead and share that screen. So this is what it looks like. So let's say we're looking for something. Well, let's go to databases. Do you see A to Z databases on top? We could look in here, but if we don't have a topic and we wanna look at a couple different databases, I'd like to take a look at databases here, okay? So let me go ahead and share that screen. Okay, stand by. Every time we have to share a screen, I have to change the database screen. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. Here's the library databases. And so I want to point out a couple different things on here. One, you could drop down under here, choose a subject. Okay, so if we're looking at something specific, maybe we're taking art history, all right. Maybe we're taking digital design, very cool. Or if you know the name of the database, you could do it alphabetical from left to right. Here's A all the way over here. So here's a couple different databases that I'd like to share with you if you're looking for topics. Remember, if you're gonna take an English course or any course, a speech, it's another one. If you're gonna take a speech course, an English course, something where you're given the opportunity, right? You've looked at your syllabus, you know and understand what the needs are. You have to find information on a topic, but you don't know what the topic is. You get to choose. Well, these are the databases that I'd like to recommend for that. So the first one we're going to take a look at tonight is O, the letter O, okay? And what we want is going to be opposing viewpoints. So what I want everyone to do is go ahead and locate opposing viewpoints. How did we get there? Well, if you were on the previous page in the PRIMO, just click on databases up top, and then click on the letter O on our databases list, and you should be able to find opposing viewpoints, okay? I'll go back and make sure everybody's good in the chat. How's it going, Ross?
My internet's back, if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Wonderful.
Absolutely. So my friends and I were just taking a look at the databases, and I think we were going to take a look maybe at opposing viewpoints, and maybe we could take a look at a couple more. And then I'll check back in with Shirley and Shaku, our friends in the library, and we'll see if anybody has a specific research topic or if we're just going to get that FYE credit. But at the end, there's going to be a 5,000 question quiz. So you better be taking notes. Just kidding about the quiz. Okay, go for it, Ross.
So we're looking at opposing viewpoints.
Yeah, let me
perhaps
share
what I'll
that
do is
screen.
I will share my screen with you all now that I think it's working, and you should be able to see opposing viewpoints now. So it's a great database when you're starting out choosing a topic, like Jason was just saying, primarily because if you scroll down here, you will see a bunch of different issues. So if you're choosing an argumentative topic or something along those lines, it's a great way to just kind of survey what types of things you might even want to start thinking about that you might want to argue. What I always tend to do is I like to come down here and look at all the issues. They currently have, 466 different issues. And if you look through here, most any of those big branches of topics are covered pretty well in here. If we were looking through this, and I was actually just looking at with a student who is doing school dress codes, and I happen to just hover my mouse over that right now. So if you see something in here that seems interesting to you, what you can always do is click on the link, and it's going to bring up this topic overview.
And Ross, just so you know, I'm navigating while you're talking. Everyone can see my screen, so go ahead and just walk me through what you need. So I'm going to click on school dress codes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was working on a student with a student on this earlier. So as you're looking at this, you'll first see this topic overview here, and if you were to expand that a little bit more, you'll get a really good, just kind of meat and potatoes, so to speak, overview of what's going on in this discussion here. You might see some stuff about the proponents of an issue, or you might even see some stuff about the cons, like all that kind of stuff. And this is where you can start shaping that argument. One of the things I work with the most with students is shaping their topics, right? Because everybody will start with it's natural. You start with a big question, but you don't have enough time to cover everything about it. So you've got to start picking and choosing, right? And this is a great way to do that, to highlight those main ideas in this discussion. So I always like to look here first. But as you go through this page here, so you're actually on the overview, I see. So if you go back here, then you'll also start to see the depth of what is covered here. You'll see all those different types of sources, everything from newspapers and magazines to videos to reference sources, all of those kinds of things. And those are great as you're gathering sources and you need supporting information. But what I love about this database is those Viewpoints articles. Some professors don't accept them as true scholarly articles and stuff, but really what they are is they're from these opposing viewpoints book series. We've had them in the library for forever. As long as I can remember, we've had the opposing viewpoints books. And what the books do is they take an issue and they give you an essay that will argue one side, and then they'll give you an essay that argues the opposite side. And this database takes those book chapters and digitizes them. So that's what you're seeing whenever you see these viewpoint sources. And they will argue, maybe one is arguing like, hey, this policy is unfair. Well, there might be another essay in there that argues the exact opposite. And then you can shape your ideas based on that evidence that you're seeing. I often start topic research here when I'm just trying to learn the lay of the land and trying to figure out what do I actually want to cover. But you can see there's dozens and dozens and dozens of different topics.
Right, and I'm hopping back in here, Ross. This is a great example too. My friends, once you locate the library databases and you access, once you get logged in and you're able to click on one of these, really think about, what is my assignment asking for? So always go back to the syllabus, which you'll get at the very first class, right? The very first day. You have access in your Canvas to look at, what the course material is. But when it says, hey, you get to pick whatever it is that you want in this class, my suggestion, and Ross, you tell me if you think something different, but pick something you're interested in, something that goes with your pathway, something, your career field, but maybe have a good backup plan just in case, and maybe even a C. So maybe your A, your B, and your C, because sometimes this research gets way crazy and you want to go, why did I pick that topic again? I'm going to leave that topic while I still can, and then pick something else. What I mean by that is, say you pick on something and it's going to be, let's see here. Okay, the U.S. budget deficit. Okay, great. So here's a picture of people. Okay, great. Now, if you're really going to start getting into this and it's like, oh, wait a minute, what is the thing on the, okay. So if that really isn't your bag, if you're not into economics, and there's a lot of different, cults, cyberbullying, music streaming, there isn't really I didn't know where to look, because now you did. So we're able to teach you that. So this one is called what? Opposing viewpoints. Okay. So I'm going to come back and maybe let's take a look at another one that's very similar to this. And then we could check back in with Shirley and Shaku and see what's doing back there. Sound good? Okay, so let's do this. Now on that same library databases page, I'm gonna go ahead and share that screen so we recall what it looks like. Remember, we went to PRIMO, the library search engine, and up top there, we clicked on library databases. And so this is the screen. These are all the library databases. And in fact, it's still on O. So you can actually go back and hit all, and now you see it's A. So here's another way to look at the databases. Top to bottom, A to Z. Okay? So the one that we're looking for is under the letter I. We want issues and controversies. Issues and controversies. Again, follow along and go ahead and access issues and controversies. You know what? I'm going to drop the direct link into the chat, make it a little bit easier on you. And when you get there, go ahead and come back in the chat. Let's see, everybody put the number 8. We'll just pick a random number. If you're following along and you're paying attention, you want your credit. Once you've logged into this database successfully, go ahead and put the letter 8 in the chat. And we're on a little bit of a delay here, so we'll wait a couple seconds, okay?
Lots of 8s. Good.
Got a lot of 8s, okay. I mean, you could have just put an 8, I don't know, but I want to make sure you get there because you're the one in the class, you're paying the tuition, it's going to be your name that's called out, you're going to get your degree, it's going to have your name on it. I, Ross, Shirley, Shaku, we're all trying to help you get there. So hopefully you're there on the library databases. Now, Ross, tell us about this one, please.
So this one's kind of similar to the last one that we looked at there. It's another really great starting point because it does a really nice job of dissecting these big issues, right? You know, you can see they have featured ones right over here. And then, if you look to the right, you'll see, oh, you're already up. I was scrolled down on my page, but yeah, you'll see that there's all these different issues. You can browse all of them. You can browse just the pro and con arguments there. If you're really trying to form like an argumentative essay or argumentative speech, I mean, a pro-con discussion is exactly what you're looking for. So I always use these types of sources to get those brain juices flowing because, you can approach any topic in just about any number of ways. And that's a hard problem to solve in itself. Like, where do you go with a topic? Like, what is the argument you want to make? And I find those pro and con discussions really help me shape my ideas. And I can say, oh, that's an important idea. Maybe I don't need to focus so much on this one because I think I can get enough material out of this one point that I want to make here. So yep, as Jason's showing you there, you can just browse the issues in any number of ways, not just the pro-con, but you can break it down by like subject area. Pretty broad subject areas, but that might be helpful if you're working in a particular course. If you're doing sociology research, well, you probably don't want to be looking in the databases about computer science. Like, that's probably not going to be very helpful, and the arguments there might even be different about the same topic.
So Ross, I'm just jumping in here. I picked social media. First of all, by the way, Ross, did they just update their website? This looks like a brand new facelift here.
I think they did update the interface.
It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good.
Yeah,
we're getting a little nerdy here. Apologies. We're
pretty
nerdy now
smart.
on the new look on the library database. So when you're looking at this information here, this is a great example of a student who's going to say, I want to write a research paper. I want to give a speech. What's your topic? Social media.
Yes.
Okay. What about social media? As we see here in the introduction, which one are you talking about? I don't even see TikTok on there. I don't even see StreamYard, which we're using right here. Is that social media? There's so many new things coming out. Are we in Web 2.0 now or Web 3.0? Or what about Wikipedia? Is Wiki? So this would be a really good one to use for that, because when you're talking about something like cyberbullying, or social media here, does it have a positive impact? Or celebrity gossip, is it good or bad? You can immediately see supporters of that issue, whatever it is, agree, or they argue this, or the opponents agree or argue over here. It's a really good template to really, as Ross said before, format your paper. And this can help you drill down on some of the issue. But I do want to see, when was this written? The other one said 2014. That looked a little dated to me, especially with social media. So keep an eye on those dates. See, this is 2016. What was the one? 1 second here. Was it cyberbullying? 19? I have to find it. There it is. So in the chat here, a yes or a no. Celebrity gossip, is it harmless entertainment? Well, that topic I think is going to be, what do you think, Ross? That's always going to be the same kind of thing. Is not going to really change ever, that you really need an old date or a new date, but you want to keep your dates in mind, right? So did I pick a wrong one? Let me pick a better one for a date. Let's go back to this one that I wanted to look at too. Sorry for the back. Cryptocurrency. Okay, this is a really good one. And to my point, look at that. There you go, librarian. This is very up to date. Is it not, my friends? This is very up to date because why? Because cryptocurrency is happening right now. It's going on, it's going up, it's going down. Does anyone know what it is? What's blockchain? What is all this stuff? Okay, great. You want to find some information? Boom. But if you're against it, if you're like, no, I want my money in my wallet where I can touch it and it's got to have a color on it and some old dead president on it, well, then you click on this one, opponents argue. So let's take a look here. And then here's all the information why cryptocurrency or Bitcoin or whatever shouldn't, I don't know, ... exist, or shouldn't be, the new currency of the United States or the world or whatever. And look, this is a pretty extensive article, right? And they even ask you questions. So the databases can help you format and get to, the paper and the information that you're looking for. Wouldn't you agree, Ross?
Yeah, I mean, these are really good ways to start aiming. Like, I keep coming back to that. Like every time I look at this stuff, I start thinking about, well, how could I use this to build my topic or shape my topic?
And this actually gives you some keywords too.
That's great.
They tell you where the sources came from on the bottom. How many of you are familiar with a bibliography or a works cited? Go ahead and drop a yes, a Y in the chat, or an N. Are you good with citations? Are you familiar? A citation, a reference, a works cited, anything where you indicate where you got the information that you're using in your paper or your speech or your presentation, indicating where you got that information from, is a citation. And you could see that on the bottom here. No? Here it is. So that means all this information was found from these sources. And this is very important when you're doing college level research, okay? Very important. And you could see this is going to be the name of the author. Here's going to be the name of the article. This is going to be the container where you got it from. It's the New York Times. Here's the date. And this is interesting. This is an article on why Bitcoin matters from 2014. So, you want to go back in time. Does it still matter? Here's one, the promise of Bitcoin. Have we cashed in on it? Here's a new one now, the daunting task of making cryptocurrency climate friendly. Interesting. How does cryptocurrency ruin the climate? Well, let's do some research and find out. Yeah, the servers, there's a lot of electricity. Great. Ross, just for FYI, I'm seeing a lot of Ys in the chat. So our friends are good to go on the citations. So they're going to be teaching our classes. Okay, so we can just call on somebody randomly and you guys can teach us about citations. Is that correct? Just kidding. Okay, let's check in with Shaku and let's check in with Shirley and see what's doing here. Shirley, you're back in the chat.
Yes.
Shaku, you're back in the chat. Are we getting some good responses? Are people just saying they need their first year experience credit and hurry this thing up already so I can get out of here? Is that what they're saying?
So looks like all want to know how they can get the credits.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
we're just gonna stretch. We're just gonna stretch it out.
Want to know how they can get the credits. This is the attendance and stuff like that. So,
but where this ties in, my friends, I imagine many of you are in the IDS flight path, the first year experience class. This ties directly into your information literacy module that you worked on, right? And so we're looking at that information. Can you locate the information? Can you access it? And then can you just really evaluate that information for credibility, right? As we looked at, who is the author? When is the date? You wouldn't go into your refrigerator and eat or drink something that was there 7 years ago, would you? I wouldn't. I don't know about Shirley. I don't know. I'm just kidding. But these are the things that we have to take a look at, right? We always have to look who wrote this information and so on, and where was it published and so forth. Okay. So again, we're taking a look at that. Ross, do we have any other databases that we might want to look at, or are those two
big go-tos for this? There's another database that's kind of similar called the SIRS, what is it now? Knowledge Source or SIRS Issues Researcher. It's kind of similar to all of these. I find that one falls into that problem that Jason was just talking about more than the others, where you find a lot of like really dated research in that one. But it does organize things by topic. It does kind of give you that pro and con type perspective on an issue. So it's a good place to go still. I just find it a little trickier to use those specific sources from there. But you can see like the layout is very similar. You'll have like the different topics broken down, and you can expand it to see the whole thing. And when you go through it, you'll be able to see a little bit of an overview, a timeline of it, and maybe a little bit of the pro and con discussion on there. So it is a similar database to the other two. I like it just fine. That's just a word of caution when you use it, is just double check those dates on everything.
Okay. Yeah. Double check the dates. Let's maybe even take a look at one. Let's see. It's going to go to a new page. Again, if you're look at the topic. So communication and technology, we want new, now, right? We want that kind of information. Same thing if crime and punishment, what if a law changes, right? Anybody hear of any major law being overturned by the Supreme Court? Okay, well, maybe we want to take a look here and see what's going on here. And of course, we have a lot of hot topic issues, right? And it's going to be we want to get updated information here. What about treatment of, I'm just going to pick something random. Let's see the date, random. And if you can't see that, let me come back. Did you see it? Did we change? Okay, great. It moved. Okay, super. Where's our date? Read the full summary. Okay, do we have a date? So this one they can see on the left-hand side. That's one viewpoint. And here's the other viewpoint. And they're clicking to some. This one many of them let you listen. You could download this as a PDF. Still looking for a date. Ooh, this one gives a timeline. Yeah, interesting. Nice. That's cool with pictures and stuff. So again, if you plugged in something like social media or recycling or whatever you're looking for, it's going to give you a timeline. I don't see a date. Oh, do I have to go to my citation? So many of these databases have an opportunity to save the information to either your Google Cloud, the Google Drive, or your OneDrive. You can also cite it. Let's see in the citation. Is there a date? Look at that, my friends. Boop, 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 boop. There's the date right there. Okay. And I don't know about you, but that's the year I'm in. So that means that's a current date. Some of the things to look at though is APA 7, I believe. Are we on APA 7? Regardless, yeah. Is that a full citation?
That does not appear to be a full citation at all.
So I'm glad we hit on this, right?
Yeah.
Serendipitously. Don't just copy and paste whatever's there because, my friends, this, and I agree with Ross, the librarian, this is not a complete citation, especially if you compare it to this one, right? There's a lot of other stuff there. What about Chicago Turabian? Okay. So, and this says Ann Arbor. Okay. So there's all different information, but many of you know how to do the citations because you all put a yes in the chat. So keep it at the front of your head. Don't just grab, actually, let's go into the chat. Put a yes or a no. How many of you use those citation generators in your studies? Be honest, no grades here, safe space. I would encourage you not to, or I would encourage you to use as much of the information as you can and then check with the librarian, but you can see as in the example, not the best option. So do you use a citation generator? Yeah? All good?
Yeah, the citation generators in themselves are not terrible things. A lot of them do really good jobs, but you gotta know how to identify all of those pieces. So you still have to learn the citation style. You know what I mean? Like, you need to know what you're looking for to know that it's wrong in the first place.
Scarlett, some real talk there. Depends on how lazy she feels. Okay. Hey, we're there. Remember when you get to the finish line though, when you turn that paper in, is it a drop mic moment? Meaning, are you turning that paper in and you're like, every one of those citations are legit? I had them checked with a librarian. I know they're good to go. Or are you going, I got the citations from a computer on a website. And so everything I've worked so hard for this term is in the hands of a computer. See the difference? I want to have a drop mic moment. Those are my citations. That's where I got the information from. Give me my A. That's why no professors ever spoke back to me, because I was always talking like that. Why is the guy talking to me like that? I said, I want my A. Give me my grade. Who is this guy? Okay, so we have a lot of yeses and sometimes. All right, just keep that in mind. Keep it in mind, because as we saw in the example, you may grab something last minute, put it in the paper, it's not correct. And as you continue to go up in your learning journey, right? Many of you probably plan on transferring to a 4-year university. Go ahead and drop in the chat. Where do you plan on going? Let's see this one. Are you going to FSU, UCF, UF, or out of state? Let us know where you plan on transferring, please. Sherry. All right, Sherry. We got FSU there. That's it. That's all we need there. Go Knowles. Jasmine, you're going
doing one of our bachelor's degrees.
Wow. Oh, Kaylee, we got the UCF. Yeah, Direct Connect. Viviani, UCF Direct Connect. Madison. Di Pinheiro. Emily, somewhere north. We're getting away from the sun, huh? I feel that. Okay. UCF or UNC, out of state. Okay, so good. So we have a lot of direct connects. That's fantastic. Now, why did I ask you that? Okay, Justin, I see you. Go Knowles, I see that. Okay, Takir, Peyton, got you. Keep your eye on the prize. If you're going to that route, you want to learn these research skills now. You want to ask librarians, Ross and Jason, questions now. If you're on the chat and you're like, I just want to get my credit, I'll hang out with these weirdos for an hour. That's cool. Okay? And weirdo, I just mean me, not any of my colleagues, just me. Oh, Ross, were you shaking your head a little bit? Okay, we'll take a weirdo, we'll take a dumb.
I accept it.
But my point being is you have to get that information now. You have to know it now, because when you get to that level, you get to a senior year of your college and you don't know how to do it. That's not gonna help you there. You might not even get up to that level if you're unable to do so now. So just keep all that in mind. This is real talk, trying to help you. Okay, and Ross and I both have master's degrees, bachelor's degrees. We both have associate's degrees too. Aren't you Seminole State College?
I'm a Seminole State graduate, back when I was Seminole Community College, but yes, I've worked here forever. I went to school here before that, so yes, I am a Raider.
There we go. Yeah, and I went to Palm Beach State and Salis, FAMU. There you go. Everybody's going to FAMU, and everyone's going to Florida State. You'll love Tallahassee. Great town. Great town. Okay, super duper. So we know how to access the library databases. We know where the information is. We're going to use that single sign-on. We gave you a couple of different databases to choose from when you're looking for a topic. Go ahead and put the name in of one of the databases that you remembered or wrote down. We gave you 3 of them. And we're looking in the chat here. Name one of the 3 databases that we went over. In fact, if you want to, you could just scroll back in the chat. I think we already did it, but I'm not going to give you any tips on that. There we go, Stacks. Ask a librarian, reach out to us. Ross and I are in the Sanford Lake Mary campus. We're also available for research appointments. You can also send us emails. You can send us the text. You have the number. But let us know one of the databases that we went over tonight. Go ahead and let us know in the chat.
There you go. There it is.
Cool, cool. And I'm assuming you all know how to get there too, because that's the main point. seminolestate.edu/library, and then you want to log in, right? You can click on those databases for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, and so if you're going to ask, hey, which database do you prefer? I prefer opposing viewpoints as my starter, but I do like issues and controversies because of that layout. It really does help frame it. And if you're going to be doing, say, you're doing an argumentative paper, as Ross said, or an argumentative speech, don't leave out speech. You always want to use a little bit of the other side of the argument, which can be sometimes very difficult. Why? Because if we're biased in our own opinions, maybe we're not thinking of the other side. So for example, I mentioned earlier, recycling. doesn't everyone want to recycle and save the planet so we can keep being here? Well, there might be some that say no. And then what are those reasons why? I don't know. And they might come back and say, oh, there's too many taxes. And now I need another, bin out there. And where am I going to store it? And who's paying for that? So anyway, there's always two sides. And sometimes you don't see or think of the other side of the argument, which you need in your paper, argumentative paper, or in your speech. And so keep that in mind as well. Okay? Because I saw some of those and I'm thinking in my head, I don't like that topic. I don't like that topic. There's no way I'm going to use another part of it, but you have to show just a smidge, just a little boop of the other side. Okay, opposing viewpoints. Okay, great. We got it. Controversy. Okay, issues and controversies. Fantastic. This is great. Super cool. Okay, Ross, it's 6:45. Should we end it or should we just keep stretching it out? I mean, we got some really nice people here and they really want to get their credit. Is there any other information that we can get them? We do want to make sure that if you have a specific question, go ahead and reach out to us while we're here and we could try to get that information to you. Okay?
Viviana just asked in the chat, which databases are good for med students? And
Whoa!
I kind of linked to it.
Let's do it. Do you want to try sharing your screen? Oh, you want me to do it?
Or, I mean,
all right, try sharing your screen, and on the bottom, Ross, hit here. I'll stop. Okay. You share your screen, click on the tab or whatever, and then it should, after you've hit share screen, it should pop up on the bottom, and I'll get you in.
There you go. I tried.
Well, it didn't work because I can't see you, so I will do it.
Okay.
I will do it. What are we doing? Are we doing Medline? Are we doing Pubmed?
Yeah,
what are we doing?
I was gonna mention Medline is a really good place to go. If you're looking for medical science research, it's one of the more comprehensive ones out there. It covers just about every branch of medicine really, really well. There's another database called Seminole that's really more for it stands for allied health, which, to be honest with you, I'm not even quite sure what the definition of that actually is, but that does a lot of the practical hands-on nursing type research. And a lot of the day-to-day kind of clinical research, more than the scientific research behind it. And then I think Jason mentioned it too, Pubmed, which is not even technically one of our own research databases. It's a public open access database that anybody can use.
Yeah, let's take a look at that one for a second. Let me get that one going because that's a really big one. Oh, wait a minute, Shirley, that is not you. That is Debbie. Wait a minute. We have a switcheroo. Hi, Debbie. Debbie in the library, everybody. Debbie, you're on camera now. So if you're talking, your mic is muted and you're eating and you're on the camera. I'm just letting you know. It's all good. Okay, bye. Okay, so there goes Debbie. Anything that has ever existed in the library was because Debbie made it happen. So keep that posted, all right? All right, so here we go. So let's go to Pubmed, and then here's the thing. And pay attention if you're getting into the medical health sciences, any of those fields, and drop us a chat in the chat. Tell us if you are going into that field, or let us know what field you're going into. Take it away, Ross.
Yeah, so I mean, Pubmed, what it does is it takes all sorts of different publications. And I even see it mentions Medline down there, that database that we were just talking about. But it groups all this stuff together that will be publicly accessible to you. And I think that's a great thing because, I mean, I'm a big proponent of open access information, but really when you go beyond your college classes and you don't have access to these databases anymore, when you're in a professional job and doing that kind of, when you have that information need, this is a database that will still be there. It's always going to be around. So, when you search there, you're going to find a huge mass of research. It's one of the biggest databases in the whole world for this kind of stuff. And Jason, he's scrolling through some of these topics that you can find any kind of research in here. Doesn't mean every article that's ever been written is in here, but it will connect you with a good number of sources and sources that you may not even find in our databases themselves. So this is another place we can turn to. Yeah. So when you do a search there for ears, what do we find? 221,000 articles about ears. So where do you go with that? But if you look on the left-hand side, you'll see some limiters there. Not everything in here is going to be available in the full text. So you can see that there's a free full text. You can play with the date limiters because this does have research back. Like, where did it start on that slider? Like
17 something.
I was going to say it goes back to like the 1800s when there were medical journals being published. So it's just for medical research, I think it's hard to get away from this one, because there's just so much to play with in there.
Yeah, and so thank you, Ross, taking a look in the chat here, we have a lot. Some are considering still, right? Haven't decided yet, that's fine. I started a career in radio and theater and got into television news broadcasting and, ended up going to graduate school and became a librarian. So, you take your knowledge with you. That's why I call it a learning journey, okay? Some accounting, nursing, medical field, okay. Marketing, nursing, okay, psychology. Yeah, many of these you're going to have to write. And nursing in the health sciences field, criminology. Okay, sales, not sure. Business. Okay, great. So I did want to take a peek back at PRIMO, right? We wanted to save the best for last. So I do want to take a look at PRIMO, Ross. So let's see if we can get back there. Let me share the screen. Stand by. And maybe we could do a search really quick for just, I don't know, something in PRIMO. And so everyone sees exactly how to do a search in our library search engine. Okay, so let's just do the word nursing, okay? As you see, you start to can you see the screen? Yes, you can. You start to see some different, you want everything, library catalog, ebooks. Now why would you know exactly what to look for? Well, you would look at the syllabus, and the syllabus would say you definitely need research articles, or you need articles from academic journals. And so you can make that limiter there. You can also do it over here. Do you see that? So I like to search for everything, but if my assignment specifically says I need articles, we want to do that. So look how many came up, 4.8 million. If I look in my limiters here, the filters on the left-hand side, very similar to if you're on Amazon or something and you've got to buy shoes. You can't just put in shoes and you get, red, Nikes, size 9, vintage Michael Jordan. You have to narrow that down based on the choices you make. Yeah. So if you click on peer-reviewed journals, apply the filter, we'll not watch that 4.8 million shrink down. And did you see it changed here? So this is an article icon, clear indicator. And this is peer reviewed. This journal has been peer reviewed. Look at all of the authors. Remember before we were having trouble finding an author? Well, my math isn't so good, but this looks way more than 0, okay? So you want to keep that in mind as well. Anytime you see a volume number and an issue number and a page range, this tells you that it's going to be an academic journal. This is good. This is what we're looking for because that's what the quote assignment called for in that hypothetical scenario. And then you can open this up and continue to do your research. You can also use the little buttons over here. Here's a citation again. Let's take a look and see. Okay, citation, APA, MLA. This is a kind of a weird sees here. Ross, are you still on the call here?
I am.
What do I do? Because a lot of folks on the call said, hey, I used the citation. Are we using MLA 7 or 9? Does it matter? Can I just grab whatever I want? Because clearly when I click on 9th, I see this, but on this, it doesn't. What do I do, Ross?
I would bet $1 that any professor you encounter that's using MLA at this stage in the game is using the 9th edition of MLA.
Okay.
You might see somebody still using the 8th edition, but I think the 7th edition is like 6 or 8 years old at this point now. So I don't know anybody still using that one.
Thank you, Ross. So once again, don't step into this trap either. We saw the trap on the other one. This is a trap. It's on top. I should just grab it. It says MLA. It's 11:59. My assignment's due in 10 seconds. I got to get it done. No, as slow it down. Find the 9th here. And this looks a little better. Why? Because it's a web source. And here we go. There's a DOI, a DOI. And this is the direct or digital object identifier. And this will help you get exactly to where you need to go. But it doesn't make any sense if you're turning in a web resource without a link, does it? No, Jason, it doesn't. That's right, everybody. So that's PRIMO. That's the library search engine. Remember, you can log in seminolestate.edu/library up top if you want to clean out that search. Boom, clean it out. Here's some helpful buttons here as well. Ask a librarian, research appointments, our chat service, and we also have a lot of research guides as well. Okay. All right, looking at my Gucci, it's about that time, coming up on the time here, Beastie Boys reference. So we are going to ask you one more thing in the chat there. Has this been good or bad? Good meaning good, or bad meaning just shut up, give me my credit. I want my credit. We're receptive. We'll take feedback, compliments. Okay, good. If you want to change the word to excellent or great or fantastic, it doesn't have to just be good.
I often describe my work as decent.
Decent? I'll take decent. Okay. Tolerable. I didn't vomit. Any of these things would help, okay? As you can see, we're very playful. We're very fun. This is Ross and Jason. We also have Shirley and Shaku, and also joining us is Nicole, one of the stacks from the library. So we're here to help you. We're here to help you succeed. Let's see, what's our best word? Whoever puts the best word in there, we're gonna give you a t-shirt, a library t-shirt, and a tote bag.
Amazing's pretty good.
Okay, so now we're thinking, I see somebody, Trey wrote Gouda, and I think that's on purpose. I'm not sure. Gouda. Thank you for the help. Helpful, amazing, fantastic. Okay, you guys are you're putting it on now. Insightful, resourceful. Okay. All right, well, you think of that word. We'll get you a t-shirt. Oh, I don't know. Scarlett's in the lead. Ross, can you read that one?
That's too many letters. Wow.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's original. Oh, enlightening, Viviani. Okay, delightful, fantastic. We do want to make a quick plug. Today is Tuesday, July 26th, 2022. I may have overshot that year a little bit. But tomorrow we will be doing our NIGHTBRARY at the Sanford Lake Mary campus. So if any of you are interested, if you need another first year experience credit, please stop by. We play Xbox, Dungeons and Dragons. We have karaoke. We have Magic the Gathering, chess, Uno. There's a ping pong table in the library. Am I missing anything? Oh, you also get a free t-shirt and a tote bag if you come there too. So just say I was on the research rally and we'll get you cooking on that. Okay?
Yeah, come play some board games with me.
Oh, Ross has the board games. Do we know any sneak peeks, or do we have just whatever? Anything
well,
on?
It depends on how many people are going to be there. I've got a big stack of games that can play a lot of people, so that's probably what I'll have with me.
Okay.
I know what's in there though.
Okay, what's in there? So it's a literal grab bag. You don't know. Okay.
It's really, really fun though. I
Fantastic.
promise you. We play games that teach critical thinking, but they're also fun at the same time. So.
Absolutely, and we do have our Discord, and so if you do want to join our Discord, you can get all the information there. We chat with you there. We can also help you. Let me put that up there. Okay, and then if I get out the overlay, talking to myself here. There we go. Ooh.
The library at night.
There we go. Can you see the Discord? So you could just scan that QR code in the upper right-hand corner and get your QR code, get your phones ready. We're going to drop that link in just a moment so we can get you your credit. Sounds good? Okay, so get your phones ready, all that fun stuff. Let's see here. Where? Oh my God, there's nobody at the library. What's going on? Chaos. Okay, and then where's Shaku? Are you here, Shaku? Let's see. Hi, Shaku. Shaku, you moved, but your mic's not on. That's okay. We can wave. There we go. Fantastic. All right. Thank you very much. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to get you the QR code, and we're good to go. This has been Information Jason and Ross from the library. We've been here to help. We're librarians. We want to help you, and we're going to give you this link here now. So stand by. We're going to drop it in there. You got to use this chat. So hold on. Any other final words? Go ahead and drop them in the chat. Say what's up to us. Compliments. Okay, so grab your phones. Take a screenshot if you need to. This is the QR code for tonight's research rally, and I will share it now. Wow, that's a really, really long link. Let me make it a tiny URL if you're having problems with it. Dude, I waited all this time for the link and you have a problem with the link? Yeah, we're working on it. Okay, here we go.
Link's too big to post there.
Yeah, I know. So let me make a tiny URL. Okay, how about this? Okay, here we go. Hey, this is real TV here. This is real broadcasting here. We are librarians. This is really happening. Go ahead and try that link. Click on the link, please.
That didn't work either.
The link doesn't work?
Well, I tried to post it in the private chat to see if it would translate, but it didn't work.
Okay, the link should just go once and you should be logged in. So let me go into the login. Stand by. This is great. Okay, so I have 35 people who've attended. So again, if you've scanned the QR code or clicked the link, you should be good to go. If you need me to, look at the exact thing, drop your name in the chat. Just say, hey, and I'll look back and forth. We're streaming noobs. We are new to the internet. This is our first day on the planet. It's a nice planet, but I see 36 folks are still watching us. So if you have a hiccup or something, let us know. But I am seeing immediately that 35 attendees clicked on the link. Now I see 41. Fantastic. Okay, Leah, stand by. 1 second. Or Lee, sorry. Let me say, Leah. I got you. You are good to go. Sherry, stand by. You are good to go. Anybody else? Questions, thoughts, concerns? We appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking your classes at Seminole State College of Florida. We want to make sure that we get you on your right track for any of your direct connects. I'll post that link in the chat one more time here. And everybody's still watching, but I see folks are starting to peel off. Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for hanging.
Let's see if we can get, let's see, there's Shaku and there's Shirley. We'll get our squad here. Okay, yay! Oh, the friendly library staff. Okay, great. Thank you, Sherry. Good night. And we'll just start peeling off. Okay, bye, Justin. Okay, great. Thanks, everyone. If you need anything, we'll stick around for a couple more minutes, okay? All right. This has been our research rally. Thank you very much for watching. Now we're going to give you an outro video, and it's going to start something like this.